Hey, this is Sean.
And I'm Dell, and you're watching Up Late
With Sean Dale.
Come on now.
Yo, 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 yo,
What
yo.
is up?
What's going out, guys? First of all, I must say right off the top, we're looking good.
Amazing. I love how we have our little ketchup and mustard thing going on, but it looks amazing.
And I'm feeling real catch-uppy today too. You know what I'm saying? I rode my bike. I got my exercise in. I went and walked some dogs. I'm talking about, how was your day?
It was okay. Like, we're in the middle of a full-fledged snowstorm, but I had to get out so I could go get this microphone that this
That
recorder
we can't use.
we can't use.
Just
And,
yet.
and just getting out the driveway was a task on its own. Like literally, it's like mounds of snow out there. It's like literally, I was at the snow of everybody goes and shovel, and then they put everything in one pile. So it was like 5 feet of snow just sitting right at the edge of the driveway. So
I heard Jersey was getting it real bad. Like, I heard Jersey got it worse than New York.
yeah, well, New York will stay on top of there. They actually go in and move the snow out of the city and take it to somewhere else. That's what I found out years ago. Like that's how they stay on top of it. They don't just set it on a street corner. They take it and remove it. So there's a whole different element to go into. So we be stuck in it and it's gonna snow again on Thursday.
It is? Oh,
yeah.
I heard it was supposed to start. Wait, did it ever start at 4 a.m. like you said?
It did, but it wasn't as heavy. So
Okay.
it was like a little bit, and then it's kept going for a little while up until the morning. But Thursday and Friday
Okay.
we get hit again. So that's gonna
Okay.
be fun. That's gonna be fun.
First of all, guys, it's going when I cannot thank y'all enough for tuning in to Up Late with Shaw and Dell. We was just reminiscing last night about how long we have just been doing this show.
Yes.
And it all started when TV One decided to give us the green light.
Without telling us, but we knew it.
I'm gonna say the word allegedly just for legal purposes. I want to say what's better than allegedly? Inadvertently gave us a show because TV One gave Shaw a job.
Yeah.
And then Shaw was like, all right, I'll do a few things for y'all, but guys, I need other guys, I have things that I need to do up in here because what am I a comedian for if I can't, and working at a network, if I can't utilize every single department? You know what I'm saying?
Resource, literally every resource. Like when I found out there was red carpet events, I was like, oh, put me on that. I'll be there. Yeah.
Also, not just red carpet events, guys. That's how we formed Up Late with Shy and Dale, because we did sketches. First of all, let me tell you something. We took over these people's office. Do you understand that I used to be able to come to Shy's job at a major network, okay? And the people at the door would be like, oh, no, don't even worry about no ID. She's here for Shy. Just let her write up. Like, I'm talking about, they threw me at the door. Okay, then I would be in the lunchroom at TV One. Now, this is a network now. I would be in the lunchroom at TV One, and people were so used to us like straight using the space for our own purposes. They would come in the kitchen, they would be like, oh my God, are y'all shooting? I just wanted to warm. I mean, I know I worked a 14-hour day, but am I interrupting y'all production? Like, they was whispering on our shoot. Like,
they were like, I'll eat it lukewarm. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Lukewarm is fine for me.
I'm so sorry. I know. We were getting ready to have a meeting up in here. Were y'all in mid-shoot? Like, I'm talking about, guys.
Listen, and every exclusive interview they was getting with a celebrity, I was right there. And like Up Late's exclusive interview with Wyclef Jean.
First of all, they would have an exclusive interview on their website, and Shaw would also have one on ours. Like, right after you talk to TV One, I also need to talk to you with my regular phone just to get an exclusive interview. We catch people in bathrooms and elevators talking about, guys, now y'all know what's up. Y'all know what, come on now.
It's about pushing your way through. And that's why that's why perseverance matters. Like just doing it
Yes.
and
Yes.
acting like you're supposed to be doing it. That's the
Yeah.
main thing. Like literally not even making it like, is it okay? If you just act like you're supposed to be there, nobody's gonna question it. They'll think like, oh,
And
they're supposed to be here. Like
and
we can
that's
do
what
a
look.
photo shoot during my I can't even call it lunch break because it was 3 hours of me supposed to be at work. We did a whole photo shoot in their studio.
We First of all, not only did we do a photo shoot, we demanded, we was just like, oh, we need this angle. Hold on, let me change shirts. Because see, you got on this and we need this. I mean, are y'all putting up the green screen? I thought y'all was trying to do us a favor. What is that? I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, we ran up late out of TV. That's why we say TV One. Thank you so much, TV One, for sponsoring Up Late with Shinedown when we first got started, because we didn't even have a show idea in mind until we started using that facility. We was like, we need to go full production companies coming in to pitch stuff. They leave it out with our pitch. Like, hey y'all, I noticed y'all wanted to do something and they said no, y'all can't do your idea, but check this out.
Yes, and we got a picture, and it's so funny because I just think about the fact that was like 2 years, and I guess after that point they got tired because they was like, okay, that's enough. It's time for you to go, please. Like, thank you.
Guys, we did not give up either. Even after she left, we was like, guys, now that she's not there, there's no conflict of interest. Let's keep them going, guys. What are we doing here? What are we, dog chow?
Yes, you just dead.
Let's do a fan check-in. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Dawn Smith is in the building. Say, hey, lady. Hey, Dawn. Diaticus is in the building. Happy Black History Month. I see y'all queens got y'all melanin popping as always. Yes, Diaticus, yes. Knowledge Born Allah say, all hail Queen Dale and Queen Shot. I love you both, beautiful Black queens. Guys, we love y'all so much, and we cannot thank y'all enough for coming onto the show, because tonight we decided. So last week was my comedy birthday, and Eddie B is one of my very good friends, and also is so crazy is the reason that me and Sha met. He's also a very good friend of hers. So he called in and he was late, and then we did a whole nother 4-hour session with him on relationships. Okay. Because Sha just won't miss an opportunity to provide some therapy to a guy in need.
It's in me. I feel like it's a calling. It definitely, I'm like, listen.
It is a calling, because guys, what y'all don't know is when we hang up from here after this 40 minutes, we then stay on the phone another 3.5 hours. Okay, we stay on the live another 3.5 hours, so that we can talk about all the things I need to fill her in that happened in a 24-hour period. Oh, Knowledge Born Allah said he sent a donation. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Guys, I just want to put it out there that yesterday we got a donation from Mike Robinson. We've gotten a donation from Diaticus. We've gotten a donation from my auntie Gwen. Guys, we can't thank you enough. It pays for the StreamYard. It pays for the new microphones that we got. I don't know if y'all know how we're sounding so much better.
Yeah.
We pay for our own hair and makeup, guys. But let me just tell you, all the tech support stuff to keep the show rolling, y'all do that. So anyway, so back to you say Eddie B is a good friend of mine as well. Eddie B is a funny guy. Oh, that's awesome. Diaticus can't wait. Dawn Smith said, send some of that snow here, Sha Hayes. Dawn, where you at? Where you at, Dawn?
You don't want none of this now. We were just saying how literally it's beautiful when it first come down, and getting through it is like treacherous.
If you ain't got nowhere to go, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? But when you got somewhere to go, that's when
I kept thinking to myself when I had to get up, because I was in a delicious nap, and I was like, oh, let me get up and go get this mic. And I went down and I was like, this is what it's about. Powering through.
And you know what? The thing is too, we'll just order the part we need for you to use the mic. So it's all good. What I want to say too is thank you guys for coming on and sharing the show. Please take a minute right now to share the show. If you're on Facebook, start a watch party so that we can because we have our guest Eddie B in the building. And back to the story I was telling you, we stayed on and we talked about relationships. We talked about the guy grievances. Now, normally when you have relationship shows, it's all about the female and their grievances with guys. Tonight, me and Shaw decided to get the guys involved about their grievances with girls. Let's play this. First of all, we're going to bring our guests on screen after we play our What the Funny video, which is dedicated to our topic tonight, which is the dating woes from relationships.
I got this thing. If you come to my house, I'll cook breakfast. If I go to your house, you cook breakfast. Is that fair? All right, cool. Now, when she came to my house, breakfast sound like breakfast, you know. Right? She cooked. All I heard, boop, 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 boop. She came back 2 minutes, 30 seconds later, play the eggs, grits, and microwave toast. Right. Who the microwave toast? That
is right. Introducing our very special guest, Eddie Bryant is in the building.
Yes.
Hi, ladies. How y'all doing?
Hey. Listen.
Thank you for having me. Y'all crazy as I don't know what, man.
Microwave toast, that is beyond insane. Like, you should never go to my house again. But microwave toast, wow.
Just because y'all don't listen to y'all grandmothers no more. Y'all think y'all know everything.
Eddie, I just got to say it. We do know everything, okay? Just so you know. What is wrong with microwaving toast, okay? What's wrong with that?
Microwave toast is harder than 12-year-old penis. Do you know that? It is hard.
That's what's wrong with y'all black men.
You want us to be heterosexual or not? What you want, a translucent? What do y'all want? I don't know. You want us to be masculine but feminine. You want us to be soft but hard. You want us to be smart but not smarter than you. You want us what?
Sha, go ahead and answer that question because I have the answers. Okay, so just go ahead and answer that question, Sha.
Of course you do. Of course you have the answer.
It's not about the answer. I just want like definitive roles, and that's all that this is. Because you say that same thing, but then on the flip side, you know, like why isn't breakfast being like paid for? If we're going to talk about that, like why did you take her out for breakfast? Why is that brunch being set? So there's that thing too. So we're going to talk about, you know,
are we talking about budget? Are we talking about budgets? Are we talking about spending money to make you guys feel good? Is that what we're doing? Is that what our life existence?
We're talking about breakfast. Okay, we're talking about breakfast.
Because if you at my house for breakfast, you was there last night, and you know work got put in. So we need to be going out to eat. Why am I cooking you anything?
You heard the joke. The joke said, if you come to my house, I cook breakfast. If I go to your home, you cook breakfast. Is that fair? Is that fair? I mean,
I think it's fair. I do like to have breakfast in. I am a person that cooks, and I do like to have breakfast in. So, you know, but I don't want to just like I want the inclusion. I understand what Shai is saying, where I want to, you know, I want to go out sometimes too, but I do like to, you know, I do like to have breakfast cooked for me, and I'll cook you dinner. See, that's my thing too, is I'm not a big breakfast, you know, cooking person, but I will definitely throw down on a dinner, you know?
Well, my thing is this. Here's the thing I'm just saying. Stop the expectation of something you do to be something someone else does. That's my only thing. So there you may be a person who that's what you do in your own home. Then be the person who then says, I like a good breakfast in the morning. You microwave toast, or we go on to IHOP, or we go on to Baker's Poets and all the rest of the breakfast spots they got out there in DC. That's all I'm saying. And I cook breakfast.
If I hear one more black woman say, match my energy. Oh, if I hear I'm gonna smack if I hear match. And now we at the point of don't expect and this or that. Man, come on, y'all. Come on now. We just talking about something simple as a gesture of breakfast. My
Yeah.
grandmother, okay, so my grandmother would keep biscuits and cakes and muffins that she made on her table every day.
Right.
And guess what happened every day? My grandfather came home every day, right?
And I get
It
that.
was, and they were together for forever. See, with this new thinking, right? With this new thinking, you can't have the old way and the new way. You can't have both. You have to pick your
No, that's
poison.
true. No, that's true. You
You
have
have
to
to pick
decide.
your
Okay.
poison.
Here's a question for the fans while we're talking. Let's keep the fans involved, guys. Question for the fans. Do you expect a man to take you out to eat, or men, do you expect her to cook? Because I feel like you can have both the ways. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's nothing wrong, like meaning like new age. If you are in a household where 50% of the bills need to be split, that's an okay new way. That is like us working together. That's neither old nor new. I feel like that's working together. But I feel like if we are splitting everything, okay, now I'm not going to be
You're not
doing
going to
everything
respect them
also,
if
like,
you're splitting everything. You're not going to respect them. That's be.
well, if we're splitting
He's a
everything, if I come
roommate
in.
at that point.
So
Okay, but the thing is, if I come in, okay, and we're splitting everything, okay, if we're doing school way, because people wanted the new, like if guys, if y'all saying y'all want the new school way, or the old school way and the new school way, we need to choose. If we are gonna do it the new school way and we're gonna split everything, okay, then we need to also split the household ways. I don't want to split up
yes.
the bills, but then I'm doing all the cooking and I'm doing all the washing and then I'm doing all the cleaning, because now now you're a roommate. Now you're actually my son. And now I need to start, what I'm saying, getting someone else. But if we're doing, you cooking some days, I come home, what I'm saying, because we're doing this together, that's fine. But we need to choose on what we doing, okay?
Back to my original point about roles. Identifying these roles earlier on, and that's just simply a conversation. Are you a person that like to cook? Some women say no, but because we are so archaic, because the first thing about it is that you'll say this, and I think it was a very admirable thing that your grandmother did what she did at that time. But we are in a new modern day generation where women are out the house working 8 to 10 to 12 hours per day. So I'm not saying that she can't have some skills of like knowing how to maybe make a piece of chicken, but when it comes down to it, that shouldn't be the essence of what makes her a quality woman. That's all I'm saying. Go.
Did you just raise your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
He
don't
know
want to
he getting
interrupt. You know, you
food.
can't
He
interrupt a
know
black
he
woman
getting
when she's
food.
talking this. Okay.
Go.
Yeah, you don't want to interrupt a black woman when she's saying her thoughts. So you just raise your hand and then wait for her to be acknowledged. And then, all right. Here's the thing. Do you want, just like for men, do you want a wife? Right? Do you want a wife? You have to ask yourself that. Do you want a wife? All right, yeah, you want a wife? Then here are the things that you're going to have to accept and do to get a wife. So you're going to have to, if your wife doesn't cook and you know that going in, you should expect her to cook. That's not her thing. You know what I mean? But, whatever makes it work. You know what I mean? Now the joke was said in jest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can cook for myself. I wash my own clothes. I don't take my clothes over to my mama's house and make mom wash my clothes and then I come pick. I don't do any of that, right? But I think that it's something really feminine about a woman who prepares a meal, because that's like how she's showing love to her man. It's not subservitude. She's not silly. Nobody's
Yeah.
saying go in there and pick me some biscuits or I'll beat your ass. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's saying that, right? So, but the connotation that I hear from women is I'm submitting and I got to do all this and I'm not cooking unless you pay half my bills. And I'm like, hold up, I got to pay half the bills to get you to go in something that you're going to do anyway. That just don't, it don't make sense. And then on the flip side, okay, if we don't cook, all right, cool. Now we going out. Now, when we go out and it costs $200 for us to go out to eat, how many times you think I'm going to see you that month? And in fact, when we're talking on the phone, I don't even want to talk to you more than 2 or 3 times that month. If we went out 4 times, that's $800. I got to get a part-time job just to spend quality time with you. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying that you need to hang out at culinary schools if that's your bottom line when it comes down to dating a woman. Because I'm not saying there aren't women out there who enjoy cooking, but there's some women who just cook out of necessity. Like, I cook because I need something to eat, but not because I want to go in there and be like, because I think part of it is, and I'm not just saying the same way the flip side of the coin is this. As women, we saw our fathers being the breadwinners, taking care of things at the house, or doing X, Y, Z in the house, and we aspire to have that in our spouse. And then when he don't line up to that, because he don't even hang up stuff on the wall, and he don't do this. In the same way, you have these attributes that you attribute to your grandmother, but that's an endearment that your grandmother did for her man, and what you saw as the love language of her to your grandfather. And I'm just saying, you have to then, at the basis of your relationship, say, do you like to cook or do you love to cook? And because there's a distinction between that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, too, is what I got a question for you, Eddie B, is where are you meeting these distinct microwavers at? Because I didn't even think there were a lot of them around, here and there, because every woman I know is busting it down in the kitchen. Like, so what, where are you hanging out at that people are microwaving out here? Not cooking.
When I wrote that joke, I met a young woman. She was nice. She worked 2 jobs, single mom. So that was her lifestyle. She, her son was eating cereal for dinner, because that's what he likes. She wouldn't fix him meals, all of that. So me coming into a situation, I'm not going to eat cereal for dinner. I'm just not going to do that. Right now, I'm also not going to continue to spend all of my money just so we can all eat. Right. So because I don't like spending my money out to eat. Right. Because, even when you're doing, just say McDonald's is $5 a day. Right. $5 a day is $18.25 a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's
he's added it up.
On some bullshit. And we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we gotta kind of like be practical about how you treat my money is way more important to me than you cook.
Yeah. No,
because I'm not going to be like, hey babe, I need $500. Hey babe, I need $300. I need, nobody's do that, right? I need, you know what I mean? So, I just want to make sure that I'm not going broke for this relationship.
And you shouldn't. Oh no.
Okay. I feel like yes, but I also feel like, and we got to get to the fan question. Then we got to get to our next segment too, because I want to show you a video and see how you feel on that one. But I do feel like you got to ask your, first of all, let's see what the fan said. The fan said the question for the fans was, do you expect a man to cook? Do you expect a man to take you out to eat? Or men, do you expect her to cook? Okay. And here's what the fan said. Deatica said, breakfast is a test of fundamental skills.
My brother. That's
said,
my brother right there.
It's easy to take a woman out, but the question is, does she appreciate the optics of that, or the fact that you prepared a 4-course breakfast for her while she sleep in your bed? Dawn said, I don't like to cook. Then she also said, I love to cook, but I don't like to cook. It's just me, and I can eat cereal or a sandwich when I don't feel like washing dishes. So Eddie, since we're talking about cooking, okay, now, and you saying that you want somebody to respect your money, and not be taking out to eat and not be doing $5 a day. What about you cooking for her all the time? What about that? If you cooked for her all the time, would you be satisfied with that?
I share my food. I cook, so no
Okay.
problem. You know what I mean? So I have no problem with sharing my food. That's not an issue. But me staying within budget helps me with these goals, right?
Yeah.
So if I need extra, you starting businesses or you saving to invest in something or something like that, your $500 that you spent to go out to quality time, right? You're sitting over there and you're having a conversation over an overpriced meal, having a bullshit ass conversation about nothing that's pushing either of you guys forward, right? Think about it like this. Instead of that $200 that you spent on dinner, you both say, okay, we're going to do $50 on this food, and we can invest $75 a piece in this stock and make some money.
Okay. No,
That sounds way more fun to me.
Yeah.
Than, you know what I mean? But if it's just about
if you're a stock person,
or stock or business,
if you're a stock person,
ounce of weed, I don't care. We can break that down and sell that, no problem.
Ounce of weed. Okay,
guys, I think what Eddie is trying to say is rather than eat, let's break this 200 up, sell some drugs, get rich, and then let's set it off somewhere else. First of all, before y'all respond to it, let's move on to our next segment because I got a video that this other guy that I was just online with the other day has had some grievances himself, and I want to show you the video, guys, so that you can respond to it. 1 second while we show you the next guy grievance on Up Late with Sha and Del.
Legit. There's one sister told me that it ain't no shortage of black men.
The other subject I was saying earlier with the sister that got in my comment, she was talking about, I had put up a video about if everything is business now, like if our own sisters is saying that the bag is king, the bag is a priority, so they don't have to submit, they don't have to be submissive, or a man is not their leader or the head of a woman no more. They on some new modern, equality stuff. Then okay, then if you paying everybody else, if you paying doctors to give you fake body parts to attract the black man, if you paying fertility doctors, you know what I'm saying, to get you a baby by a black man, you paying trainers to work you out so you can attract the black man, like you paying money to all of these people to trick or to attract a black man, but you won't pay an actual black man, a quality black man or whatever. So if you're taking on the black man's natural authority away from us and saying that that's old fashioned and y'all not our heads, then you need to pay us then.
I should have put the boo effect after that. You know what I'm saying?
The black man delegation does not accept his membership.
Okay, good.
Trust niggas that's eyebrows.
Good. Okay.
All eyebrows, no stash, no hair. I can't.
Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know.
It sounds like he can't get no clients for his. It sounds like he can't get no clients for his personal fitness business. That's what that sounds like. It sounds like everybody like, no, you just try to have sex with me every time we work out. You try to stick your penis. We working on glutes every day. He work on glutes. He is a personal trainer, but all he work on is glutes.
Yeah, he always work on glutes.
See, that's the thing is, first of all, I was the sister that he was talking about saying that there's no shortage of black men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like it's a shortage of black men. I feel like, they're selling, this, what I call the white supremacist system that sells the black ain't enough thought process, is trying to convince us that, oh, it's 10-1, it's 20-1. So y'all need to just accept what y'all can accept, because don't nobody want to accept y'all anyway. And every black man is leaving for a white person. Like, I'm not of that mindset. I feel like when you break down who's qualified to be with who, it's back to 1-1, because you gotta, out of those 10 people, you're not gonna find 10 people you like in the first place. So you still gotta wait on your mate. You know what I'm saying? But I can say this. The brother goes on to say, he was talking about the Bible saying it's for richer or for poor. And when I went in his comments, I was like, yo, you need to, I don't know who port you looking on, or all these fake people, but most of the black women I know are with a black man in a healthy black relationship. And this brother is bringing home the check, because that is a pride of most men. Like, all of my uncles, their wives are black and they all take care of them. They're not, I think one of my aunts just got a job here in the last, like 7 years. My cousin just got a job in the last few years. But other than that, they pride themselves with taking care of their wives. They pride themselves with going home and taking care of their mates. You know what I'm saying? So,
but like I was saying, just in terms of, I'll say it for a minute, but in terms of that, not agreeing with his position, but because he feels like if women are going to spend money in these places, where I know there are women who believe I could take this man on a trip, I can do and buy him lavish gifts, I don't have no problem with that. He can do X, Y, Z. So I think that I want to believe that's the direction he was going in, although that's not what he said. He was saying, like, literally pay this man and you won't have to get this liposuction or get your boobs done, because he gonna be with you because you got him on payroll. So
yeah. Well, I feel like this. A lot of the black women was saying, Andrea Levette. Well, let me just say this, Andrea, then I'll bring your comment up. Eddie is back. This is what a lot of the black women were saying in the comments. A lot of the black women were saying, well, is he gonna be loyal if I pay for him? And I'm just like, oh, no. Like, any man that needs to be paid for is not a man of value. Like, if I have to pay for you, like, I'm not paying for a prostitute to be in my home. I'm paying for I want to be rich myself, but I also want to attract a quality family man that is also bringing his money to the home. Now, if I make more than him, but we're spiritually yoked, that's no problem. But I'm not soliciting you. But wait, we got a comment. Okay. And Eddie, I want you to go ahead and respond to it. Hey, Ronald, we see you in the comments. Andre Levette says, what's wrong with going after the man you want? Eddie? Oh, Eddie's frozen. See, that's how much your question just took him out.
Nothing. Go after the man that you want.
Hold on, you're frozen.
No,
yeah, okay, now you're back. Frozen. You're slowly coming back. The question is from Andre Levette. What's wrong with going after the man you want? Okay, you're frozen again.
There's nothing going wrong with going after. You should go after the man you want.
Hold on, Eddie. You got a little bit of a delay. Shah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you.
Okay.
Are you there, Eddie? Go ahead. Try it. Let's try it again. There you go.
I haven't done any.
Okay, there it is. It's still slow. Well, go ahead,
get Eddie. I would say that I remember years ago, I listened to my brother tell me that I should send a guy some flowers that I was like interested in. And I was like, oh my God, I've never done this. I'm like, well, maybe I should do it, because he's a guy, he should know. And I remember sending this guy these flowers and thinking he's gonna call me like, oh, that was so sweet. And like, literally, I never heard back from him. Like, we ran into each other at the store awkwardly and he like tried to avoid me. And I was like, I will never do it again. I will never be a pursuant of a man again, because I think it makes him feel uncomfortable. Like, I feel like it wasn't like I sent him like a room key to a hotel after flowers. And so I said I would never do it again. And I feel like it just, I think in terms of the positioning for men, they don't want to feel like they're being treated like a woman in that aspect.
And they are also hunters. Like,
Yeah.
it's the whole reason that men, want to be the hunter. They want to hunt you down. But then, in the Bible, it says a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So the Lord puts it in the man, that, now when I say, the not going after the man that you want. I'm talking about if you're already dating someone and you're doing nice things for them and he's the
Yeah.
one for you, that's fine. Like,
Being in a
that's
relationship.
okay.
Right.
Like, I love when I have a man, like, when I'm in a relationship and I bring home a nice blazer for my man, like, I love that. But going after a man because, that didn't notice me, ain't pursuing me, don't like me, like, that is not even, that's not even in their nature to, like, it makes them use you. Like, they say the man is supposed to like you more than you like them. And the Lord does show, the man whom his wife is. He doesn't show us who our husband. He shows the man his wife because the man needs to know it because he's the one finding a wife. We just got to focus on being the wife when we're found, already being a wife when
And
we're
not
found.
microwaving toast.
Yeah. Yeah. Eddie, you back?
Yes, because no good, respectable wife microwaves today.
First of all, even through the delay, Eddie is grieving over those toasts. He's like, no respectable wife is going to be microwaving toast out here. Andrea said it doesn't mean anything.
I don't know what's up with the delay.
I don't know, but you know what? Log in from your phone because it might be your laptop. Log in from your phone. You probably have better on your phone too. Yeah, log in from the phone. And while we're waiting on Eddie to log in, here are the comments right here. Let me put you out right here. Here are the comments. That says Andrea said it doesn't. He just wasn't the one for you. She was responding to Shah saying it made him uncomfortable.
Why so?
Yeah. She said I wouldn't have sent him flowers though. All men aren't the same. No, they're not the same, but they have a standard thing that, they are the hunters. Deatica's weigh in here, right here, and tell us what you think. All the other men, tell us what you think. Okay. All right, Eddie B.
So it says Wi-Fi.
Now close down your laptop. It's your Wi-Fi. Yeah, close down your laptop, Eddie B.
Somebody in there watching the game. Ain't it like a basketball game on in there?
I don't know, but close down the laptop and it'll get faster.
Or neck. Go closer. Just stand on top of your router. One of the
other. Let's do another fan comment while Eddie B's Wi-Fi is getting it together. Tiatica said the reason most relationships don't go to the next level is simply fear. The fear of being hurt or wrong, failure or repeating a mistake. This goes both ways. However, in today's realm, I'm gonna let him finish typing. I do feel like that, there's fear that is, associated because, you don't want to be hurt. You want to make sure it's the one. But then also too is like, if I'm going after a man that doesn't notice me or, he's not pursuant of me and I got to now come up with things to do, to make him, like me or notice me, like he's not the one because they like to like you back. They, we all know how it is. We meet someone like before we disconnect from, we meet someone, he's pursuing us, he's calling us every day. Like that's what they like to do. Then, we've all been in a position where we've given it up to this guy and then that was it. And then, it starts to trickle off from there because he really didn't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Ronald said, I'm late. I'm catching up on the topic. Okay, Ronald, here's the topic is.
That's men.
Yeah. The gentleman says that if, we are Black women paying for men to do, we're paying everybody else. We're paying the fertilization doctors. We're paying the the fitness people. We're paying everybody else to try to to look good, to get a black man. Why can't we just pay a black man directly? And I was like, no, we're not paying a black man directly to be with us. Like, what? Like, that's not even a man of value that needs to be paid. What's your opinion on that, Ronald? Eddie,
all you gotta do is
like
cook.
Eddie.
You ain't gotta pay nothing.
Your phone came right back on time.
No.
But
in all honesty, I think that no, you don't have to pay a black man. Okay, nobody's saying that. I don't know any black men that's looking for their women to pay for them. Let's stay up him, and you can recognize him. You know what I mean? But I think that with this new algorithm, y'all have to pick your poison. You can't have old school ways and be quoting the Bible and talking about this new school stuff, right? You can't have it both ways. You gotta pick your poison. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man is looking for a wife. Sure, a wife used to be a helpmate, right? Now, when you go down to the court building, it don't look like that breaking up. When you go down to the court building, it's like, I want all my shit. I need you to go, and you got to pay because I want to leave. Because you didn't meet certain expectations while we was in this relationship. It wasn't for better or for worse. It was like, I can't take this shit no more. We live in America. There's a capitalist society. Half your shit, and I'm moving on. So it's not necessarily worth it, to go at it this traditional way. Now, if you want to find somebody, a life partner, and y'all gonna go at it and work on that, you come up with a good plan, and y'all work that plan, and you work through each other's issues, because nobody is perfect, right?
Yes.
But when you go on this timeline, I told y'all on the phone last week, go on the timeline at midnight on Thursday night. Men start not being shit midnight on Thursday all the way to Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? And on Monday, it'll be all right, Then, Tuesday, you might get a little love. Wednesday is Wild Out Wednesday. Then you back to not being shit no more. So, we have to, get back to liking each other. We have to like each other. We have to like each other for who we are. You know what I mean? Like, women get older, they get to this age of enlightenment. But do y'all remember y'all 16-year-old selves?
Yeah.
You did not like the 16-year-old boy that liked you back. You liked the 23-year-old boy that could bring McDonald's and tennis shoes, which told the 16-year-old, well, you can't get no love until you can buy tennis shoes and McDonald's for lunch. And then my 25-year-old is buying tennis shoes and lunch, and then they be like, all he doing is throwing money for the blah, 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 and then you want him to be this enlightened situation, but his learned behavior is, if I don't do these certain things, then she don't rock with me like that. So then, now he's 30. The women don't like you for who you are. They like you for what you got. So now you're just acquiring these things to attract the woman that you think you need versus each other liking each other for the actual person that we are. We don't want to get to know who we really, really are. Oh, she likes anime and she sketches and doodles and she writes poems and she does eBay. You don't want to learn all of that. You can give can she twerk? Do she have a busted video?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know, and I feel like the men are adding to why people want these. You even look at the music. The music is like, oh, I got this, I got that, I got that, got this, got that. And then it's essentially training people to now be looking for those things. The women are just like, oh, got this kind of bad, and it's always been like that. And then a lot of people also, I feel like, don't know themselves. So when you don't know yourself, then you don't even know what you want
Yeah.
in a mate. You just focus on these other things. You know what I'm saying? You're not just like, oh, we got chemistry. Oh, this brother's coming up. But like that is your 23-year-old self. Our 40-something-year-old self know exactly, you know what I'm saying? Well, not, I mean, I can't say know exactly every time, but I'm talking about like when you get to be in your 40s and you're comfortable with yourself and you know yourself, then there's certain things you need, like you need to be spiritually you're looking for those things now rather than looking for the materials. You're looking for what's important now, you know what I'm saying? But in your 20s, yeah, you was just like, hi guys,
Yeah.
I have a big butt now, who wants it? Okay,
Right.
because I'm just gonna, you know what I'm
I'm in here
saying?
today. But here's the thing that I used to always say to Dale, because I know there's a show that I told her about that's on Netflix called Love is Blind. And the premise of the show is that nobody gets to see each other. All the connections are built off of just communications through a wall. Is that something you would ever do? Like not know physically what a woman looks like before you would ever? And mind you, the commitment was that you had to propose and then get married. You would not? Really? Okay. So
Why
physical,
not?
Yeah.
Why not?
physical is a big proponent for you.
Well, I mean, that is when you eye contact, you know how much communication you get off of eye contact.
Yeah.
When you look a person in the eye, you get a sense of, you get a beginning sense of what type of person they appear to be. Like when you can really get a good look. And then it's something to be said about physical attraction. Sure, that piques your interest. And then, is she attracted to you? So
But
vanity
isn't
is a big
attraction
part
more of an
of
emotion than it is a
why
physical
people,
connection? I hate to delay, but isn't the attraction more of the emotion than a physical
maybe for
connection?
y'all,
Okay.
maybe for y'all, I mean, I think the women can be like, oh, I like his mental. I don't believe they do like his mental, because when he act up, it's a piece of penis on the side that physically that she fuck with, and she going to go fuck with that. So,
Well, I mean, like for instance, like if you all were working
I
together
think
or
that,
something, and or say for instance, y'all worked in different offices, but y'all often talked a lot, never saw each other, never, but you got along so well, you all had like great chemistry on the phone, and just the person's voice, like you talk when you were younger, you would follow, like you would know what the person looked like, but you would talk to them for hours because you just was so enamored by just the silly things, and that often happens just due chemistry that can happen that's non-physical.
yeah,
And you don't feel like that can happen for you now at this age? I
yeah.
mean, I say yeah, but
Well, I mean, sure. We can get together. I don't meet people online. Like I don't any online inbox DM, no any of that, right? So you can look through you can have my phone, take my phone. I don't care. Look, it's nothing. But I think that you have to, be in a person's space. It's like if you're in an office situation, you're getting to know that person over time. So it doesn't happen like one day, and you're not even trying to hook up in an office setting. But, I need to see something. We live in a video age. Like I can instantly go on my phone and get whatever it is that I'm looking for at this moment, right now, right this instant. So, back in the day when you had to get porn, you had to go down to the video store, you had to go in the back, get your joint, then you gotta go up then you gotta go home, then you gotta wait till everybody leave. Then you know what I mean? But now you can just
man, everything
go on
right
your phone,
here.
you can go on Instagram and get whatever.
Let's do
So, I,
Let's do a fan check-in. The fans have gone into response mode. I want to just go take it back to Deaticus, who said the reason most relationships is don't go to the next level is simply fear, the fear of being hurt or wrong, failure, or repeating a mistake. This goes both ways. However, in today's realm, if a woman goes after a man, he will notice her authenticity. I don't know, Deaticus. I don't know if I agree with that.
From a
You
man's
know,
perspective, that's how he feels. But I
well, from
feel
a man's perspective, I mean, maybe it is because, I just feel like I want you to, I want you to show some interest first. Hold on, Eddie B, before you do that. Ronald J. Ruffin said, I agree with Eddie for real. That's true. You have to pick your poison out here, and nobody is perfect. Diatica says women have a list of expectations. Unfortunately, a lot of times there is one box on that list that your soulmate doesn't check. Opportunity lost. Well, I mean, you got to weigh the one box. For me, I would have a hard time doing the love is blind because I am a physical person, because I know I have talked to somebody on the phone before and I felt like, wow, they have such a nice voice, and my God, this could be my man. And I saw them and I was like, guys, get me the next phone call. I can't I need the next phone call. I need to see you first, because the thing about it too is I am a physical person. I do need to be very attracted to you because I already, I'm not a person that's like, we need to have sex all the time. Like, but the person may be a person that they need to have sex all the time. So that's why I need to be extremely attracted to you so I can break, I know myself, I need to be very attracted to you to want to have sex all the time, because I've been married before and people need to get off in a relationship, and I need to be able to see you and help you get off. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't like you, we're not getting off. I mean, you might be getting off down the street, but no, we're not getting off together. You know what I'm saying? So my auntie Gwen said you can pick up good vibes after the attraction, but getting to know the person later on starts the relationship. That's right. Deatica says, "Oh, when the opportunity is lost when your soulmate doesn't check that box," but he was like, "That's the box you work on together." Andrea Levette says, "I have done it before." What do you mean by I've done it before?
I met
Explain. And
somebody.
oh, she's what?
Probably met
Oh, that's
somebody that
a
you was
blind
with.
date. Yes, a blind date. Yeah, okay, so well, guys, I gotta show you this next video because it's on and popping out here, guys, with the guy grievances. It's like, guys, y'all have stayed on. So not every guy is online complaining about. Go ahead. Go ahead, Eddie.
He's like church finger.
One second. In today's climate, in today's climate, women have to give some sort of opening that so that we can approach you guys, because things have gotten so bad that a lot of times you feel like women are unapproachable because of the rape culture, because of you can't even say, "Hey, beautiful." Why you gotta call me beautiful? You can't.
But
Why don't you smile? That's a problem. Why don't you? It's honest. I understand. I understand. So a lot of men just shuts up and they'll look, but you better not say nothing because you don't want to come off disrespectful.
okay, but Eddie B,
So a woman would have to.
have you tried to holler at somebody that you were thinking about all of these things? Oh, you can't speak, you can't say nothing, you can't smile. Then you hollered at somebody anyway, and then y'all wind up in a relationship. Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Okay. That means that was the Holy
I mean,
Spirit
I'm gonna
being
say.
like, that's the
I'm gonna
one you
say
go
that
after right
because
there. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's the person that you feel something about, you put all that to the side and be like, you know what? Let me go say
so the
something
whole.
anyway.
What'd you say?
Uh-huh. I get it, but that happens 1 out of 10 times. So the other 9 times, You disrespectful.
Andrea Levette says exactly. Women are approachable. So go after who you want and receive, and you will receive what you want.
I don't agree with that whole. First of all, I don't agree with the whole approachable thing, because when you say you're not approachable, if you say good morning and she's like, that just means she's having a bad day, or she just didn't want to speak, or she hadn't brushed her teeth that morning. Like, just we're not like Neanderthals walk around here, don't have the capability of holding a conversation. Maybe it's your approach.
Y'all rude.
No, listen, you can make it all about the woman not being approachable. It's probably your approach that's making us not want to respond to your approach.
Yeah.
Because
I get approached all the time by people that I don't necessarily date, and I'm just as nice. You know, people will walk up to me and they be like, yo, let me get your number. And I'll be like, no, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always nice. They'll ask me my name. I always give them my name. And then I'll be like, no, I'm not. No, I'm good right now. But you know, I'm like, I constantly still respond to people, even though I'm not interested. I'm constantly smiling, talking. You know, I'll have a 5-minute conversation. You want to walk me up the street, I'll have a conversation with you, even though I'm not giving you my number. You know what I'm saying?
But that makes you not approachable because you didn't, receive their request. And now you're in the unapproachable box now.
No, that doesn't make her. That's not being unapproachable. Oh, that's being honest. That's being transparent. That's cool. But times, I'm not saying it happens to me every day or whatever, because I'm not approaching women every day or stuff like that. But I have seen on occasion, you're in the grocery, speak to somebody, they look at you like you shit on the shoe. Like, who are you to even be speaking to me? Do you even know these people? Let me see. Do you guys know of these type of women? Have you ever?
Well, I do, and I've seen it. I've actually been a witness to a third-party witness with being with a girlfriend. But I'm just saying, it just changed the approach. How you doing, beautiful, is not enough anymore, because it does to some women come off as maybe a little creepy-ish, because then they might think you want something. That you might like, it's homeless man going, hey man, what the fuck, I get $1. Like, so that's not enough to say that. You gotta, if you're in a grocery store and she checking out mustard, you be like, you ever check them spicy mustard out? Oh, all right then. You okay? Oh, you know what something is a certain aisle? Like, just make it very, and see if she would even respond to you then. And if she seemed like she'd be like, no, I don't know, then walk away. If she's like, oh, I'm not sure, I think I saw back there, then at that point you have an open window. But you can't just be like, hey, beautiful, and she be like, hey, how you doing? That's not working, and not for a mature adult anyway. It's just not.
Eddie is taking notes. Let's do a fan check-in, and then also too, guys, we got a video coming up right after we pay these bills. Not everyone is feeling like they are grieving over the man. Like, not every man is feeling the woman's grief. Some men are checking the man's grievances. But let's do a fan check-in real fast. Andrea said he's right. Andrea said he's right. Women are rude most of the time.
Now, so wait, Andrea is a man or a woman?
I was going to say, now I'm starting to think Andrea Levette is a man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, we are, like, all the women I know are extremely nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're my auntie Gwen said, but everybody don't respond like Dale do. Tashawn Curry said, just came and can tell already he lied. Tyshawn said, she said, laugh out loud, just kidding. Hey, gang. Hey, Tyshawn. Andrea said, just like Sean attempted to speak to that man, women respond the same way. Deatica said, that's true as well. Sometimes a woman has plenty on her superwoman mind, and you may have came in contact at the wrong time, but other times a woman spent 10 hours in the mirror, you compliment her and keep it moving. She take your neck off. Now, that's also too is, so I do believe that y'all are having those experiences, but I also too is, guys, y'all got to get your hood rat gaydar up. I mean, your hood rat dar up. Okay, because that is like some straight hood rat. When a person is, upstanding and respectable, and a nice man says hello, she just says hello back. If somebody's taking your neck off, or you gotta figure out which way you said hello. Was you creepy when you say hello, or are you trying to holler at a hood rat? Because you know what I'm saying, if you got to work on your hood rat, dog. My My auntie Gwen said, I know that when the man says hello, beautiful, I know that he is flirting and that is cool. Exactly. Andrea says, I am a woman. Okay, well,
Yeah.
great, Andrea. We are so glad to have your diverse opinion up in here because we do want to hear from everybody who is thinking everything. Now, speaking of hearing from everybody who is thinking everything, let's get this next video from a hilarious
Andrea, don't let them
relationship
discourage you.
coach. Huh? Let's get this next video going while Eddie's
I just told
Wi-Fi
Andrea, don't
get it together.
let them discourage you, boo.
No, I'm glad to know that. I'm glad. Good, Andrea. Thank you.
Stay right here. Stay right here.
You got a big,
Huh?
you have a big dick.
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy or nothing.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I just said, was it above average?
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bull. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know. You don't know?
I mean,
You don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
That's my uncle. I like
That brother right there needs a Nobel Peace Prize for that statement right there. Okay.
Yes, we do. But you know, we had a conversation about that, like relationships, the dynamics of women and men being in relationships in terms of how women treat a man. And I say, if the sex ain't good, then that changes dynamics altogether. Like we not getting along at all. And it may it because earlier on there may have been other attractions, but once you got in the bed, it was like no. And you may repeatedly as women try to communicate your needs, and it still was like, no, that ain't it. And at that point, you like, all right, and you two babies in because you matter of fact, that is a story that is true. I know a woman who was married to a man. He was a great guy to her, a great provider. She was never sexually satisfied with him. She ended up leaving him because she felt like she just wasn't getting it from him. But he was a great guy. So it happened. Wow. And had kids with him and everything.
I'm talking about, and I'm so sorry to hear that, like with her, because see, and that's the thing is, that's why we need to have chemistry. First of all, we need to have a conversation about our sexual. I also too. That's why also I don't go for that like arranged marriage, because I'd be like, all right, unless y'all gonna have sex with him first, I'm gonna need to because I need to know that part off the break. Like you know, I have really explored my 20s. Okay, so I need to, you know, it needs to be. We need to have that. We need to have we need to have that. So much. It's, you know, that's one thing that's going to be with us forever. So we need to have that.
It is not always about the big D. It's about the overall.
Yeah, no, and I don't mean, I'm talking about, that was just our, you know, funny video for the day.
Right.
I'm talking about like, it needs to be good. Not it needs to be like, you know, a certain size. I know some women like, they love them, like, you know, they love them small. You know what I'm saying? That's what they prefer. So I'm saying you need to have your preference. You need to have that sexual chemistry with a person, you know, and it needs to be like sparks flying, because other than that, like, you know, there's so many issues that spark from that one thing. There's so many issues that spark from that one thing, you know?
So many. Go ahead, Eddie. Oh.
Eddie is on his Wi-Fi has got him on chill mode again. Ronald Ruffin said, so that's a good question. Is everything is going well, but the only thing is the sex is bad. Should that break the relationship up, or could you work it out? I feel like you can work it out with some great communication, but you need to communicate that up front, because, you know, I was in a relationship. It wasn't, you know, what I prefer, but, you know, I could get off, you know, but it was just not what I want to see. It wasn't what I want to feel. It wasn't what I want to see. And I just was like, I think I need to end this. I think I need to end this because I'm going to want something else. And I don't want to be cheating on you. And my heart, like once she wants something else, she just really wants something else. She can't turn around and be like, we going to stick with this, even though we want something else. The only child in her, just, she is going to be like, what's that over there across the street? I need to go over there across the street. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like, Eddie B, what do you think in your main opinion? So that's a good question. If everything is going well, but the only thing is the sex is bad, should that break the relationship up, or could you work it out? Eddie B, what you think?
Women leave because of sexual frustration. Men tend to cheat.
Wait, repeat that because it was freezing on my end. You said what?
You know what I mean? Because you like a woman, you like all that stuff because of sexual frustration. Men tend to cheat because we like the woman overall. It's just that she doesn't satisfy overall.
But what's overall?
So you're saying men tend to cheat because she doesn't satisfy overall.
But what's an overall? Well, I've been too graphic. I mean, not saying the late night, but still. What's overall?
Right. I mean, what you mean for me? Overall, for what I like, I can't say all of that on the internet. I mean, things. But if she's not into those things.
But I'm saying, you can say, like, for instance,
some
like
women
oral.
do it missionary, right? That's all they're doing, right? Or they just doing.
I can't hear a thing. Okay, his thing went off, guys.
We'll take it to the audience. But back to Ronald's question. I think it's a matter of communication or lack thereof communication that makes sex bad. Because oftentimes we don't, and I shouldn't even say communication, because the nonverbal things that are done in intimacy to me is what builds up to one the other person. And so, and part of the other thing is that our love language is so different than men. Men don't need to be mentally stimulated to have sex. Women would prefer to. And so there's that equation, but that comes back into the communication part and knowing those intricate parts of your partner to know what's going to get them there. And that's maturity and wisdom. Like,
communication, because she can tell you how to get it there.
Right. And we've had like guests on before to talk about how porn has like ruined relationships, how there's this mentality that's connected to watching those kind of things that make you believe that that's what relationships. So like Eddie was saying, overall, like, and then on the flip side, has he ever communicated back to his significant other what's her overall? So there's that aspect of it, because I think men want their woman to be this overall component that we see on television and we see in these movies. And so because of that, then the sex is, they're going to cheat because they're not getting her to do this to them. And that part of it is what allows their mind to kind of go out there in the streets because they think that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Fan checking. Deatica says, see, that's the box for him. He said, hope they learn quicker. Ronald says, that's true. Communication is the key. They keep it real instead of cheating with your partner. Yeah, I'm talking about, the main thing to keep it real with too, what I learned is to keep it real with myself. Like, if I don't like this person, this kind of person going in, like, people have a type, and I know you don't want to like keep putting people in boxes and whatever, but like, if you have a type that you're extremely attracted to, I feel like I just want to be with that type. I don't want to be like, this person is a good person. But then every time this type walk by, I'd be like, I sure wish I could find this type over here that's just like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to like, I guess I am a very physical person, and I do want to find the good characteristics. I do believe I can find the good characteristics in the type that I like, you know. Deatica said 100. He said, yes, we do. When you said men don't need mental stimulation, Deatica said, yes, we do. Deatica, I wish we could have had you on the
Oh, he didn't say it right.
Yeah, he said, yes, we do.
So Eddie to come to your house so you use his
Rhonda said 100. Yes, indeed. I agree. Yes, indeed. You have to communicate instead of faking it or cheating, you know.
And I'm not saying, listen, okay, he can say men need mental stimulation, but I bet you 9 times out of 99 times that a woman comes to a man and says, I want to do it, and she might have said something to him that offended him. He was like, nah, you hurt my feelings. I'm not in the mood. That's never said 9 times out of 99 times that don't happen. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but 9 times out of 99 times it don't.
Okay, I'm typing a question in right now, and it's a good one too, guys. This is the last fan check-in we're gonna do, which is, men, what is your one-line advice for single women? I need y'all to put it in the comments.
That's a good
What
one.
is your one-line advice for single women? Sha, you are married. What is your one-line advice for single women? Put it in the comments.
To be honest, for me, I think in terms of be more open to what you normally would be used to. And I don't say that in terms of, if you have a standard about your core, about things you want, whatever, but I'm saying, because a lot of times, you know, going into relationships, you think that all these things have to be met because you evolve as a person. So therefore, some things may not always fit into what you want down the line. And, you know, the basics of like being a provider and physical attractions, all those type of things, but there could be other things that maybe would normally be not a turn off, but something you'd be like, I would never date a guy who, I don't know, smokes cigarettes. Or, I mean, that may be a deal breaker for you. But just be able to say, is there certain things that I will be willing to open myself up to allow myself to just see? And it could just be going on a date. It doesn't mean that you actually have to settle down with that person, but where you may have said, I wouldn't date a guy who had kids. Let me use that example, because smoking to me is a deal breaker. I would never date a guy who had kids. I remember for a long time, I was like, I will never date a guy who had kids, because I just didn't want to be put in that position. And I felt like that time would be divided. And so those are the things I mean like that, you know. So a guy who lives out of state from you, you know, having a long distance relationship as opposed to somebody who's right there. But if you know you're a person who's more needy, that may not work for you. But just being open to things that are not, and then dating on apps. Like, I know several friends that are in relationships and are either married who met their significant other from
on an app.
On a dating
what
app.
Was that?
Plenty of Fish. Plenty of Fish was one of them. And I'm trying to tell you that literally, and I always refer back to the relationship because I was on that journey with her when she was dating. Like when she met the first guy that she went out and she made all of us come with us because she was like, he could be a serial killer. And then up to the fact when she met the guy she's now currently married to. And every time I see them and look at them, I just think about how ordained their relationship was by God, because they both could have been crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so I think those things, and I'm just saying, in terms of closing yourself off and say, oh, I'll never do this, I'll never do that, then you don't know what other things are, because we think that the person's just going to land on our doorstep. And that may not always be the case. That's all. That's my platform for today.
I just want to say, Father God, can you please drop my man off on my doorstep? I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not going anywhere else. Because you know what? I've been online before, and online is just, it's exhausting. Like, I just can't have a whole bunch of energy coming through. And I do feel, I guess because I am a sponge type of person, then I feel like, I've got this person on the line and now I get this person. And then I do feel like a lot of times online, you're hiding something. You're like, it's like, but I have met some cool people online, but it's exhausting. Like just telling you about it is exhausting.
But I always said I missed that dating period. I wanted to be able to reject people online. I wanted to be like, nope.
Guys, online rejection is very fun until you're being rejected, of course. Let's do our last fan check-in, guys, before we check out. First of all, I can't thank you enough for joining us today on Up Late with Shindell. We've got to have more topics like this because you guys were engaged the entire time, even through Eddie's Wi-Fi. Y'all was engaged. Deanna said, so the question is, the last fan check-in, men, what is your one-line advice you have for women? And Deatica says, expectations should be stated and reviewed because, to be honest, relationships are business deals at the end of the day. Whoo, that is heavy. Deatica said, one line, don't blame him for him. Well, who else we gonna blame? Deaticus? Okay. If you being you, I need to go ahead and blame you for being you. Right. Melanin said, be a girl. Now, you know what? Be a girl. I mean, I guess, people want to be taking these other roles, which is what the guy was talking about. Be a girl. Guys, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Up Late with Sha and Del. If you aren't, first of all, thank you for supporting the show. If you, no matter where you're looking at us, please subscribe to us right now so that you can get all of our, whenever we're online. We're also on IG every Monday at 7:30 doing Up Late with Shindell, where we get all the fans' opinions on the pop topics of the week. Thank you guys so much for donating to Up Late. To support the show, you go to Cash App $Sha Hayes to support the show. It's over there. It's over here. It's over there. Hold on, let me see. Right there, guys. Over there. Up there. It's over there, guys. Support the show. And I got to get these last two comments. Deatica said, I meant the new guy for the old guy. Okay. Don't blame the new guy for the old guy. Yes, I agree with that too. And don't blame us for the old girl. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's nobody blame nobody. Let's everybody take each other at face value.
Or go to somebody before you start dating again, because you need to probably talk it out.
Yeah. Deatica said, Melanin 100. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on Up Late with Shindell. We'll see you next time. And we love y'all. Bye.
Up Late with Sha and Del is brought to you by The Buena, an Italian leather custom designed high top sneaker by Gwendoria Abrams Shoes. Order your pair at GwendoriaA.com. Up Late with Shindell was also brought to you by Lashed by K. Jeanette. Lashes that last. And make sure you join in the party every Monday as we discuss the hottest topics, hearing what you have to say. Follow us at Up Late TV Show on Instagram.